Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Best day of the week, right? Payday, recognition. Congrats to Ashley for getting her diamond back. That's freaking amazing. Way to go, girl. Okay, so I'm going to be honest. I just got back. I had a dentist appointment this morning, and this side of my face is still numb. So, like, if I look weird or I'm, like, talking weird, like, I can't feel the side of my face. So, I thought it was going to wear off by now, but it hasn't. So, today I get to talk to you guys about organization. I'm going to try to not make this super long, but I'm literally going to tell you everything that I do to stay organized. But I'm going to start out with the fact that as a leader, as an entrepreneur, you're probably never going to feel 100% organized. You're probably never going to feel like, oh, I have everything in order. Like, since day one of coaching, like, I feel like all I've been doing is like controlled chaos, because I have decided that I am way more focused on forward motion than organization. And I think it's very, very easy for us, especially, business owners or people who want to start up a business, to get wrapped up in, okay, I have to have all my ducks in a row. I have to have my social media look good. I have to have this here. I have to have this here. I have to be organized before I can go out and start making moves. Guys, we're entrepreneurs. Like, it is so much more important to continually move forward and fail forward and learn as you go on versus, sitting back and taking all this time to, get everything organized. So you guys might learn a whole bunch of new things here that I'm going to share with you that have really helped me stay organized. But after you watch this video, now is not the time to, after watching this video, go reorganize your entire coaching business. Right now is to stay focused on your goals, to hit your goal of diamond. This is crunch time, you guys. We have until November 16th is the last day that you can qualify. So after this video is not the time to reorganize your life or, reorganize Google Streak or redo your calendars or buy a new planner that's prettier and pink. Guys, not the time. Not the time. Not the time. I think one of the smartest things that I ever heard Carl say at Summit was, as an entrepreneur, you have to embrace controlled chaos. You have to be willing to constantly be sitting in that state of, it's go time, it's time to work, it's time to make moves, it's not time to sit back and twiddle our thumbs and try to stay organized, because if you're constantly in that space of feeling like you have to stay organized in order to be productive, you'll never make moves. You'll just sit in that place of always feeling like you want to be organized, and everybody has a different way to do it. So as you learn things in here, take what you want and leave the rest. Personally, this is what has worked for me, and I want to be as open as possible. But remember, forward motion is so much better than being completely organized. However, I found that as soon as you're organized, or the more organized that you are, you can invite with more confidence. You can, talk about your coaching business, talk about your challenge groups with more enthusiasm and genuine excitement when you are confident about your organization and confident about what you're going to be able to provide to your coaches, to your challengers, anything and everything. But again, now is not the time to reorganize everything, okay? Focus on the one thing, and the one thing for you guys is hitting your goals of rank advancing, whatever rank that is, okay? But however, when we are organized, we do feel confident. So I'm going to go through 3 different things, maybe 4 different things: how I organize my personal life, how I organize coaching, and then how I marry the two together. So for my personal life on organization, I use my calendar on my phone. So whether it's appointments, whether it's yoga classes that I have to teach, whether it's reminders of doing something for somebody, or a birthday, or any other appointments, or family events or whatever, I use the calendar on my phone. My phone is always with me. That can remind me of things that have to happen in my personal life. I don't put anything Beachbody in my phone calendar just because I want that to be specifically for my personal use. Really important to separate the two, because if you have all your Beachbody stuff on your phone calendar and it's always going off, you're never going to be able to really clock off or step away from coaching. I'm going to be honest, haven't really stepped away ever since I started coaching. I've probably been putting in, at least 4 or 5 hours every single day with no days off since I signed up 19 months ago. But it is nice to be able to, close your coaching planner, grab your phone, go do whatever you need to do with friends, and not have all these Beachbody notifications popping up. So I use my phone for my personal stuff. I also have, I use my phone for all my personal stuff. I have notes in there, I have reminders in there, I utilize the calendar. You can literally press Siri and just tell her, hey, can you schedule this appointment for this day? All my yoga classes I teach are in there. For coaching, I have a a paper planner, which I actually don't have with me. It's at my parents' house right now. But I have a planner that has everything. It's week by week, and then there's a month view at the end. And I have all of my different coaching stuff, like my groups and stuff going on in there. That's where I, write down anything and everything. And it's also what mirrors my calendars, which I'm going to share with you guys. These calendars I got from Target. They're $12.99. They're white erase markers. Is that what you say? You just erase it, restart the month, and I always have 2 months going on. So I have the entire month of October planned out right now, and I have the entire month of November planned out right now. And probably this weekend I'll erase October and then plan December. So I'm always like planning. I have 60 days of coaching work planned out in front of me. So this is October, and I'm just going to kind of go through with you guys like what I write in here. If this freaks you out and you're like, holy shit, this is a lot of work, welcome to being a diamond and beloved, or a diamond and beloved, like welcome to being an entrepreneur and being a leader. It takes a lot more work than an Emerald coach. It takes a lot more work to build a team and lead a team, and it's going to require a lot more organization and a lot more, strategy from you guys, right? So if this overwhelms you, reevaluate your goals and try to figure out how you can do this, because this is what will be required of you as a diamond coach and to hold your diamond coach rank, right? Because we don't want to just like hit diamond, we want to hold it. Okay, so this is October, and I hope that you guys can see this. I'm going to try to scoot it in as close as I can. So this is my month of October. I don't know if you guys can read it. Hopefully you guys can read it. At the top, I have my Success Club goal. So always Success Club 10 by the 10th is my non-negotiable. I pretty much won't do anything in my business besides focusing on Success Club until I hit it. Success Club 5 by the 5th, and then 10 by the 10th. And really that's literally my only focus the first week of the month. I literally don't focus on anything else. And then I always start my challenge groups the second week of the month so that mirrors that, right? So I'm getting all my Success Club points in this week. Remember the previous month, I'm working really hard to set up those challengers so they're ready by this week to sign up. So Success Club, okay. Success Club 10 by the 10th. And then my goal for October was 10 new coaches, and right now I'm sitting at 6 new coaches, so I always have that as well. My goal was 3-star qualification, which I'm not there yet, but that is my goal, and I always put that up there as well. And then on the sides, I have my challengers, who's in my mentorship, and who are my new coaches for that month. And this is hanging in my office so that I'm always looking at it, I'm always glancing by it. Sometimes it's fun just to have your new coaches up there so you can easily like box through them or send them like a message or whatever. And my challengers actually are not on here because I have I think 15 challengers from this month. Or 20 challengers from this month, so I just don't have enough room on here, but usually they're listed on here unless it gets too jumbled. And I'll explain to you about Streak as well and what I do. So you can see the first and third Monday I write down my Team Root to Rise calls that I do for the team. I have the Team Fight to Finish call on here. Really, I don't need those as a reminder because if you're serious about coaching, you show up for every team call. That's non-negotiable, so I don't really need a reminder for that. I have the first Monday of every month, right, is the new coach prep course, so I have that post on there, so I make sure to remind my team about it before it comes. Prep week is here for my challenge group. Challenge group is in pink. Week 1 is here. Week 2 is here. And week 3 is down here. You can see a free group that I ran the 8th through the 13th. It was a Rise and Shine group. I literally do the same free group every single month. And then I just check the days off as I go. Here was a coaching preview. So coaching previews usually are in blue, and the coach prep courses are in blue. Dash to Diamond video is there. Dash to Diamond video is here, which is today. And then, what else? Yeah, so I have all of my free groups, my challenge groups, my coach prep courses, and then the coach previews on here so I can see it at a glance. See, I'm doing at least 2 coach previews every month. These ones I specifically did with my challengers, so I always host at least 2 coaching sneak peeks every single month. One is just for my challengers from my previous challenge group, and I can talk to them a little bit differently because I've already walked through a challenge group. And then the other one usually is just really open for anybody who's interested in learning about coaching. So minimum, I'm doing 2 coach previews a month. You guys in this group, I would probably encourage you to do at least 1 every week, if not 2 every week. I know Cassie has done 3 this month, I'm pretty sure. So she has big goals and her actions are aligned with her goals, which is awesome. And then you'll see down here, so the last week of the month and the first week of the month are a lot bigger. I know Sammy talked about that too. Usually she works 40 hours a week on her Beachbody business. But the first week of the month, usually it's around 50 because, you're adding new groups, you're ending a group, you're starting a new group. So you'll see here in purple, this is prep week for my November challenge group. And then I have a free group here as well. So this is the current month. And then this is November, and I just have these stacked on top of each other in my office. I literally work out of my closet, so it's not an actual office, it's a closet/office. And then you'll see here, prep week, week 1 of challenge group, week 2, week 3, and then they're done here. I'm hosting a refresh with my team, 3-day refresh, and so I had a couple of reminders about last day to order for that. My team calls here, Team Fight to Finish calls there, hosting the other Dash to Diamond call there. I'll schedule in my coach previews in here as well, probably again week 3 on that Wednesday for my challengers, and I'll probably do another one probably like up here just for anybody who's interested in coaching. We start qualifications on this day, so that's November 16th. That's my birthday. Kev wrote that in. Usually I get really business focused, and Kev's like, you forgot about your birthday. I'm like, Kev, this is business, okay? We're focused. And yeah, so, and then obviously no new coaches, no mentorship, no challengers yet. Oh, I forgot. So on the October one, the mentorship here, I don't know if you guys can see this, I run my mentorships through Voxer, just like Jamie does. And I have one going right here with these 4 coaches that are new this month. And then I have another Voxer group that's separate with these 4 coaches that are new this month. So I know that who I'm talking to in each Voxer group. So there's 1 and then there's 2. If you guys are listening to the National Wake Up Call, Jamie's really strategic about how she creates her Voxer mentorship groups. And she always divides, like, you know, the coaches who she thinks are going to be runners versus the coaches who she thinks are going to be more walkers. And that's an easy way to divide those Voxer groups up as well. But if you're not recruiting, you know, like 6, 7, 8 coaches, like you can just group them all into one. And honestly, sometimes the Voxer groups are completely muted and silent. That happened to me for probably the first 6 or 7 months of coaching because I was still kind of being a weenie about things and I was kind of nervous to talk. And I think that my new coaches could probably hear that in my voice. So I wasn't as strategic on, you know, tagging them in Voxer, reminding them on Facebook Messenger that there are Voxer mentorships waiting for them. Now I'm a lot more assertive and I'm like, hey, either talk and focus, let's go, or like I gotta move on. So don't be afraid to like tag your new coaches or remind them via Facebook Messenger if they haven't logged into the Voxer in a while. Keep them accountable and push them, right? Like the people who will run with it will run, and then the people who end up walking will walk, and that's okay. But you want to know who those people are, like ASAP, right? Because like we're moving forward. Okay, so that's what I do for my calendars. On a day-to-day basis for coaching, I also use the High Achievers Playbook, which is awesome. I love it. But honestly, guys, again, like it is 100% controlled chaos. Like there is absolutely no order to this. Like I just kind of use it for what I need each day, whether it's taking notes, planning a call, tracking reach outs. That's another thing that I want to talk about. I guess I'll talk about it more when I talk about Streak. But I don't track the reach outs that I do on Instagram. I only track the people who I end up talking to via email, because I don't want to waste time tracking all of my Instagram reach outs. I want to focus on talking to people and, you know, creating relationships with people. And then if those people end up asking me about a challenge group or end up asking me about what I do as a coach or end up asking me about a free group, then I transition them over to email and then I create a box within Google Streak and then I track them. If I'm saying, hey girl, thank you so much for the support on my profile. I love your dog. He's so cute. I'm thinking about getting a Pomeranian too. I don't track that conversation because I don't even know if that girl's going to respond to me. I don't know if that girl's going to be a bitch and I'm not going to want to talk to her. I don't know if that girl is going to be already a coach. Like wasting that time, wasting even that 30 seconds or that 60 seconds of like talking to that girl, or not talking to that girl, but tracking that girl and tracking that conversation when I don't even know where it's going to go, to me seems very wasteful. So I don't track it unless the conversation progresses to something more. Okay, so then the other thing that I do to stay focused is stay organized, is I use Google Streak. And I know some people use Teamsy, some people use, what's the other one? Asana? Is that it? No, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of different ways to track. I find Google Streak is the easiest. I love it. I tried out Teamsy. It wasn't really my thing, but I absolutely love Google Streak. And if you don't know what it is, I'm not going to explain to you how to do it because we are all leaders in this group. Google and YouTube are your friends. So I'm going to explain to you guys how I organize Google Streak and how I keep my prospects, my customers, and my coaches organized within my Google Streak email. And then I'm also going to talk about the other things that I use to get customers and clients and coaches into Google Streak. So, I guess before I talk about Streak, I guess I'm going to talk about how I get people into Google Streak. So I use Linktree on my Instagram. I have a coaching application on there, and I have a fitness group application on there. And then I have a button where people can click it, and then it takes them to my Facebook like page so they can like my page. That is a Linktree. I highly suggest everybody in this group use it. You probably already should if you're pushing a diamond. After Linktree, I use Typeform, and those are the application things that people fill out, whether it's a prospective coach or client. That I have them fill out a Typeform. I just love the setup of Typeform over Google Forms. I used to use Google Forms. Now I use Typeform. I just think it looks cleaner. But again, that's totally up to you. And then the third one that I use is Zapier, and it's Zapier. And Zapier is amazing. Literally changed my life. So every time somebody fills out one of my forms, whether it's for a coaching preview or a fitness group application, Zapier zaps, they call it zaps, they're zaps, but it automatically creates a box within my Google Streak and files that application either under the fitness group application, so it funnels it into my annual challenge pack sales, or if somebody fills out my coaching form, it automatically creates a box for that person and sticks them into my coaching preview pipeline within Streak. And I only have, I have 4 pipelines within Streak that I really, really use. So my fitness group application, whenever somebody fills it out, Zapier automatically puts it into my annual CP sales, challenge pack sales. And then if anybody fills out my coaching form, Zapier zaps it and puts it into my coaching preview pipeline. So I'm never looking at my forms. I'm never looking at Zapier. I literally always just go to Google Streak, and anybody who's new that's filled out my form is already funneled into Google Streak, whether it's in my annual challenge pack sales or my coaching preview pipeline. So those make it really, really easy. Again, Linktree, Typeform, and then Zapier. And then these are I don't know if you guys can see this. I tried to write it in Sharpie so you guys could really see. But these are the pipelines that I use. So again, Linktree, Typeform, Zapier. Zapier zaps it either into under annual challenge pack sales, or it zaps it into under coaching preview. And then from here, so my first pipeline that I have in Streak is annual CP sales, annual challenge pack sales. I don't sell anything besides the annual all access challenge pack. I really don't think that there's any reason to sell anything besides that. So the only thing that I have that I suggest to my clients is the annual challenge pack sale. And then within there, there's different folders as we move through talking to each other. So on here you can see there's about 6 emails between when they fill out a form and I send them the link to buy the challenge pack, and I add them to my challenge group. So Zapier puts them into the filled out form category, then I contact them, then I send them a video explaining about the challenge group, then I talk to them about the program specifically and what Shakeology I recommend, then I send them a link to the group. Or I send them a link to order the challenge pack. In between here, there might be like a couple other emails, but usually it's about 5 or 6. Guys, if you're sending over like 20 emails to a client, you're probably talking too much, so I would narrow it down just a little bit. And then I send them a link to the group. I use the coach link or the Coach mobile app, so I fill it all out for them, and I just say, hey, I sent you a link. Once you fill it out, let me know. I'll send you some additional information. We can start working on goals, and I can introduce you to the community. And then they're in this holding folder right here until I get a confirmation that they had purchased the challenge pack, and then I add them into this file here within my annual CP sales pipeline, and it just says add to group once they've officially, once they officially have purchased the challenge pack. And then this is just a holding pattern for those 2 weeks while I'm really marketing the group and getting people added into it. So I'll have everybody in here. And then once I have like everybody and I've like done cutoff for registration and everything, I'll add everybody from this group into my challenge group pipeline. And then my challenge group pipeline is for my paid clients. So then I can track them via a separate column, and then I know exactly who's paid, who is in my challenge group, and I can look at them on here. It's really nice too, like when you're in your challenge group and you want to like tag all of your challengers or whatever, you can just go back to your challenge group pipeline and Streak and like look at all your challengers and be like, okay, I need to tag all these people. And then again here, it's a pipeline, it's a script. Like I change it a little bit, but like it's pretty similar. So, and then I send the welcome email to a challenger. I ask for a commitment statement and before pics. So once they send me a commitment statement and before pics, I'll move the challenger to this email, and then I'll send them a day 5 email. And then once I get a day 5, I'll I actually have separate folders here. So 5-day email, and then I have a separate folder that says responded to 5-day email, and then I have 10-day email, and then I have a separate folder that says responded to 10-day email. Honestly, guys, people do stop replying about in between here. So if your clients have stopped talking to you, like, it's kind of normal. I would like message them on Facebook or something, and sometimes people just suck at emails. But at least I know that I gave it my best shot to really one-on-one coach them instead of just dump them in a group and hopefully they survive and see my posts, you know? So it's more one-on-one. And then by the 15-day email, again, this is only the 5th email that I've sent to Challenger after they paid. I ask them about coaching, and I invite them to a coaching group or a coaching preview group that I'm usually hosting alongside some of the new coaches that I'm running that challenge group with that month. And then there's the 21-day email. Hopefully that made sense. I don't even know if you guys can read that. So that's the annual challenge pack sales. And then the other form that people see on my Instagram, so they can either fill it out to join a fitness group or they can fill it out to become a coach. And if they fill out the one to become a coach, then they just get put into this coaching preview pipeline. And the conversations there, it really depends on if I'm hosting a coaching preview or I want to talk to them one-on-one or if I want to just schedule a Zoom chat with them. It really depends. And then my last, this one's going to be hard to see. My last pipeline is for my coaches. So for you guys who don't have like quite as many coaches yet, it might not be as hard to like track everybody, but it's a really good way to see like who is progressing through and making sure you know what your coaches have done and what they maybe still need to do, whether that's coach prep school, a Voxer mentorship, whether they need to hit Emerald, whether you need to send them a welcome pick in an email. So I literally have all the steps right here. I have a coaching pipeline. So once they've signed up to be a coach, I put them in here. Once I create a welcome picture for them and I send them the welcome coaching email, I move them to this folder. Once I connect with them on Voxer, I move them into the Voxer file. Once they join Coach Prep course, I move them into the Coach Prep course. Once they hit Emerald, I pull them into the Emerald file. Once they hit Ruby, I'll move them in there. Once they hit Diamond, I'll move them in there. So this is a really good way to see your coaches and see what they have and haven't done. And Google Streak literally is my life. Like, I would not be able to coach without Google Streak, honestly. So that's Google Streak. So my calendars, my planner, Google Streak, the High Achievers Playbook. When I hit Diamond, I was using none of this. Like, none of this. Like, this has all been afterwards to like continue to move my business forward and continue to grow and really be a leader. But when I first hit Diamond, I don't think I was maybe using the whiteboard calendars here. So you can definitely hit Diamond without doing any of this kind of stuff. But as a full-time coach, I knew that I wanted to really be focused and organized. And when you are organized, you can invite with more confidence. So hopefully this helped you guys. And if it did overwhelm you, it's okay. Like, take what you want and leave the rest. But know that like this is definitely things that will be required from you if you want to be a full-time coach and you want to keep, moving forward in your business. So feel free to post questions below. The questions and comments and stuff like aren't showing up on the video, so I don't know if you guys have like questions or anything. But I'll make sure to answer them underneath here. And I hope you guys all have a beautiful day. And make sure that you comment on my check-in post that I'm about to share. Okay, love you all. Bye.